Yeah. So far we've had to deal with 2 abnormalities breaking out. 1 abnormality getting upset and 2 ordeals that caused all of it. And not all of the equipment for Letitia and Big and Might Be Bad Wolf was made. Well, getting the blue scar weapon would have to wait, as a green Dusk Ordeal was coming. And I only had one more level of Quick-Off Meltdown to work with, due to the limitation that Tipperef gave me. Well, both of them, if you wanted to be more precise. And I knew what I needed to do here. Rush one of them, and then systematically get rid of the others. along with the robots that got made by him. And any problems with the robots in the way of the Central Command Department, well, that's what the Hunter was for. As one shot gets rid of the doubts, two shots gets rid of the process of understanding. Although, I saved that for well, when I had to send agents down to the Central Command Department. As there was a lot of open space there. Yeah, I had to get Paulinus out before the agents were injured. At this point, I saw one of the machines that made robots in a more vulnerable state. Minimal guards. I let Paulinus finish the job. With the one under the training department. Well, there were no clerks there, so no risk of collateral damage. Only doubts were in the way. So it was safe enough to send a lot of heavily armed veteran agents to take care of the machine that made them. Preferably before more were made. And more were coming from the Central Command Department. I had to be sure that all the machines on the upper levels were destroyed before I sent anyone down there. I also needed to patch them up. Well, that was what the main rooms are for. They heal agents in both body and mind, regardless of what department they're from. And I could see that the hunter was needed. As there were two machines to deal with. And while they were working on that, I had someone work on the Punishing Bird and Express Train to Hell. Yeah, it was best to keep that works on, as there was no controlling where the train would come from or who it hit. Not something I wanted to work on doing, killing the agents. I'd rather not do that if I could help it. If I wanted to be in a profession where I killed people on purpose, I'd join the military or law enforcement. Not allowed to fret these robots. Although, it'd work better if I reduced the size of the menu, showing what works with it, as it was getting in the way. Yeah, that was carelessness on my part. But at least it wasn't as bad as getting a whole department's worth of agents killed. Now that would be really careless. Thankfully, it wasn't that bad. Not at this point, anyway. Yeah, another machine. Another few obstructions. Obstructions quickly dealt with. I was hoping that the machine would be equally dealt with before more robots were made. And thankfully that was the case. At that point I remembered get all the agents to resume their positions, to return to the main control rooms. Well, the main rooms of each department. So that the last few works of the day could be made. Well, the last few works could be done. And the equipment that I didn't make yet could be made. Although I was disappointed when Camille didn't get the gift from Army in Black. Her pink sniper rifle was certainly effective enough as it was. I'd call that a successful test. It was at this point Angela pointed out a cactus on my desk. Apparently there's an employee around here who liked me. She didn't like cacti. Then she thought about the reasons why they were grown. She didn't like it because they weren't pleasing to look like and didn't produce any valuable sap, and, well, she'd never seen a flower bud either. Well, there was a good reason for that. They only flower when there's enough water to spare. And that was to attract pollination, so when she asked, will the cactus flower? I said, yes it will. Well, it will eventually. She was not so confident. She clearly didn't know that much about cacti. In the Central Command Department, the male Tipperef told me that the female Tipperef was still in the meeting. He was not so great a conversationalist. Then again, I could talk. He wanted to ask if I noticed that someone's memory and emotions were bleeding through all the AI. As if they represented different parts of a single individual. Well, couldn't argue about each of them had no weakness. Certainly Nezak with being a junkie. Then Malkuf being a little... Yeah, at that point the male Tipperef started to well, imply something more. And believe that I had the answer. That it was somewhere in my memory. Memory that got modified. Yeah, imperfection. It allows AI to pass for human. And the male Tipperef kinda shut down just as the female Tipperef walked in, assuming that we were having fun without her. And she considered fun to be wrong. Yeah, Angela implied that this wasn't the first time the male Tipperef shut down. Which the female Tipperef backed up. They both well, Angela wanted to explain. The female Tipperef didn't see much point. Apparently the human mind was fragile. And that what I was seeing wasn't how they were really looking like. And apparently gore movies didn't really faze the female Tipperef. She seemed to think it was a fear of that rather than of the unknown. The female Tipperef didn't think much of human managers. Angela, on the other hand, knew that humans... Well, there was a reason why the founder assigned human managers rather than machines. After that, they went back to the storage to get a replacement body for the male Tipperef, or at least a replacement for the male Tipperef, period. Then, the male Tipperef seemed to remember something. Something which the female Tipperef found briefly unnerving. After that, I was given a mission. Yeah, level 6, Scribble Meltdown Lure. It was at this point I decided to have the erosion shield proposal. Yeah, it was good to have some protection against black damage, considering some of the ordeals could do that. It was at this point I decided to, well, improve what was already there, as we didn't really need new agents right now. That would come later. And also rearrange the equipment, as we had a lot more, well, 2 more ranged weapons, and there were claws. Well, a claw anyway. Although with one of the newer abnormalities, I decided to hire someone new, as I had a feeling that the veterans wouldn't be treated kindly by whatever was being dealt with. Yeah, I got a couple more ranged weapons. And some more suits to go around. Well, suits were already good. So after I improved the agents that were already there, I decided to equip them all with suits and weapons that served them well for what was coming. Seriously, first fairies and then the big and might be bad wolf? What next? A green skyish guy and a talking beast of burden? Let's hope not.